Hey guys, hello, welcome to the final installment of my EdTech vlogs. Today we're just gonna go over everything that I have learned in the semester, and it's gonna be a good vlog. First thing we started to learn about was us in the digital world. People who are online portray themselves different than they portray them in person. They can do this with pictures, statuses, tweets, or Snapchat. Personally, use Snapchat. Oh, look at there I am. I personally use Snapchat the most. See, there I am. I look cute, but the online me is very similar to the real life me. I try to be as transparent as I can, online and in person. I used to really care about how people perceived me on there, and I would only post the good happy things in my life, but that's not real life, so I don't really do that anymore. I used to care a lot about likes and stuff when I was younger, and I even used one of those apps where you buy your likes. I was 14, so please don't judge me. So I stopped caring so much, and but I still like to have a controlled image online. I do use Snapchat to make myself seem kind of cooler than I am. I post snaps when I'm at concerts or when I'm traveling and doing stuff that I don't think a lot of people do. I'd be like, hey, look at this cool thing I'm doing. I use Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and then I use Facebook occasionally. I definitely think Snapchat is the best because I use it to communicate and do everything else. I usually spend at least an hour a day on Snapchat, which is not good, but yeah. So I find myself just going from social media to social media to social media, and a lot of times I'll close the app and then I'll reopen the app because I'm just addicted. During this class, I realized that I don't use my phone as a tool, but my phone kind of controls me. I use my phone so often on games and other things that it's kind of detrimental to myself. It's just kind of a confirmation. I find it crazy how much time people do spend on them. I definitely don't spend as much as I could, which is good, but I think it's crazy that people spend more time than I do. I also didn't realize how many different apps there were out there. I use the most popular ones in America, I'd say, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. But it's cool to hear about other ones. The different social medias definitely play into the different digital cultures. The gaming culture relies on Twitch and Discord, while the beauty culture relies on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. Both of these cultures have similar characteristics, but they differ based on their content. For example, people in the gaming culture may use social medias that people in the beauty culture would, but the content that both of these people look at is going to be completely different. People in the beauty culture, for example, have a very certain aesthetic, and that's kind of what they use as their brand. All of these digital cultures, whether it's beauty or it's gaming, all rely on social media. So all of these influences of beauty and gaming culture really have nothing to do without social media, but just because you are an influencer in this type of community doesn't mean that you can't get trolled or even your title taken away. A lot of times, I'm going to use beauty gurus as an example, such as Jeffree Star or James Charles, often get hate a lot just because they're men in makeup. And we also see stuff brought up from a long time ago. A lot of times it's stuff that's either demeaning or kind of racist. It's usually old comments that they made or something that they did in the past a really long time ago, and it gives a person a really bad image and a loss of followers. How these people will respond or react to this really kind of creates how people view them afterwards. This is how the culture keeps going. We see people start and then they grow and help other people as well, and then you see people who are at the top fall down, and which makes room for more people to get up. And this whole culture is sustained by the people who partake, like me, and eventually do become a influencer online. Everybody belongs to their own kind of digital community. Whether you're an exclusive gamer or you like to watch metalsmithing videos, you belong somewhere. We also experience our own cultures differently. If me and you are both in the beauty culture, I might see it differently than you do, and that's completely fine because your online experience is completely up to you. Since we all contribute something different, all get a different experience. Some people are at the top. These people are like the beauty gurus that have millions of followers that we buy their makeup and they do collabs and stuff like that. And then they're pretty much like the government of the community. They set a standard and they help shape us to what the community is. And then we have people on like the mid tier, the people that like do make beauty videos and who are growing and still contributing in that way, but they're not at that level of Jeffree Star, James Charles. And then we have people like me who don't make the videos, but we watch them, we contribute to the content, we comment on them, but we just partake in a small scale. This impacts all of us considering that we all fall somewhere on the scale of your digital culture. I know people who belong to the traveling digital community and they post their feed based off of the travels they went or the hikes they did and the places that they went. They have a medium-sized following, so they're what I would consider mid-tier. They do help that kind of community, but then there's people like me who don't post about that stuff all the time, but still look into it, and then I contribute on a small scale by still traveling and I still might post stuff, but I find myself in different groups rather than focused on one. But let's rewind and go back to my girl, Jeffree Star. He's also denounced brands in beauty culture. This gives them a bad image to certain people, and it also can give those people a bad image as well. I wouldn't necessarily consider him evil or like a bad person or guru, but I think that all he really cares about is his truth, and you have to respect someone for being themselves. So there's also people who will hate on certain cultures or certain people in certain cultures, but those are what we call trolls, and the best way to avoid trolls and to not get them to come back is you just don't feed on them, or you just take their energy and you just like, ha ha ha, yeah, I know I am, because if you agree with them, then they kind of lose their power. But after taking this class, I have a way deeper look into being a digital citizen as before. I want to try to make myself even more transparent on social media as I can. And it's really important to embrace who you truly are. For people who are new to social media or people who are old users who just want to kind of fix their image on social media, I guess, I think being yourself is definitely the most important thing to do, being a online citizen. There's a few things you should do, like try not to post every single thing online. Like Facebook truly isn't a diary, neither is Twitter. People don't want to see you singing 17 songs on Snapchat. Like, keep it limited, keep it short, post things that you think are important, pick your battles type of thing. It's also good to see who your audience is and post off of what they would react to or not. So don't post bad pictures when you have your grandma on Facebook, or, just post appropriately. Also find what you like and don't be afraid to embrace it. If you really, really, really like Tiny Kitchen, I don't know why you would, but if you really do, embrace it, girl. I think that as the internet grows, we are going to be tangled into all these webs of different cultures, and I think that we should embrace it and just kind of see where it takes us. Who knows, maybe all of the Hollywood directors and sci-fi authors got it right. I mean, I hope, because then I can take a DeLorean back to 2009 and stop myself from making that, like, just dumb statuses as a 10-year-old. Thanks for watching.